Woo-wee! Hello, beautifuls. I'm so on fire today. I got my naughty button, I got my teaching stick. Lots of you haven't seen my teaching stick because Lovey chewed the other one up. I finally found a good one. I've got to take it to my brother-in-law and get him to cut the ends off of it. But look, on this end of the teaching stick, we do this. On this end of the teaching stick, we do that. I love the teaching stick. Hi, hi, hi. Let me know when you get in here, when you jump on, or if you're catching the replay, let me know yes, yes. This is a private group, so we can ask questions and we can get in conversation. We can support each other in the comments. I love that. And the outside world doesn't get to see it. I love that. Speaking of love, hello, hello. Hi, say hi as you jump on. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. I was talking about the teaching stick. You'll have to watch the replay. Well, I'll just tell you. On this end of the teaching stick, we do this. On this end of the teaching stick, we do that. So this morning I had a 7 o'clock coaching call. Hey, Kendra, I'm so glad you're here. This morning I had a 7 o'clock coaching call. I work with guys and gals and also teenagers. So if you hear of anybody out there struggling with a teenager, like, 10, 11, 12, 13, when they're starting to flap them wings and heading out of the nest, I am so good at helping parents and teens come together. And we do it together on a call like this. So I wanted to put that out there for you guys to know and keep that ear open for people who have challenges. This morning's call was with a guy who was just struggling with what he has established himself as a character defect. We all have character defects that we're born with and also character assets. What we have a tendency to do is to get too caught up in the character defects and kind of pick on ourselves or get the baseball bat out and beat ourselves up for our character defects. And that's not the object of the game. It's really just to acknowledge them and to be aware of them and to embrace them. And I also teach embracing mistakes. I think it is so rewarding and refreshing to work with a teacher that embraces mistakes. And I actually have a little formula, I'll share it in the comments when we're done, for addressing mistakes within ourselves. This is not for other people. Until you really own your own mistakes and you can take 97% responsibility for those and you're going to work on them, then you can share with the other person, I made a mistake. And you can also share your plan B. Lets them know that that's something that you're working on and you have a plan to overcome it. So what we're talking about today is emotional meltdowns. And I love a fast track to truth. I got that naughty button. I'm going to say it like it is. And we all have emotional meltdowns. Just own it. Stop pretending that we don't. A lot of times the only people that see our emotional meltdowns are actually the people we love the most. And they're also the most tolerant of our emotional meltdowns up until a certain point, right? And for some people, that's 2 months. And for some people, that's 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. But sometimes, a lot of times, people go, can't do it no more. So when we have emotional meltdowns, we want to look at that because we're hurting someone, right? We've always heard the saying, hurt people. And that is so true. It is very true. So we want to look at what's hurting us and causing us to what I call insta react or insta reactions. Like boom, we swell up like a blowfish. We don't even have to say anything. You can tell we're pissed, right? Yeah, been there, done that. I don't teach anything I hadn't walked through the fire on. So how do we break those habits? They are habits, they are patterns, they are critical, and most of all, they make us feel like poo-poo caca. And there is a lot of times where I don't use I'm sorry anymore in my dialogue, but I'm sorry doesn't do anything for that other person. Doesn't do anything for us either. Doesn't clean or clear our energy. I apologize doesn't work. That's because we have to have that plan B that I was talking about earlier. And don't let me forget to put that little graphic in there for you to use this. So this is like 5 videos back to back. I'll be going through Saturday, short and sweet, I hope. But this first lesson is on distraction. A lot of times when we have poo-poo caca that we need to be working on, we will regroup and re-energize and step into distraction. It's a big project. And everybody in the family better buy into it, because we are devoted to distracting ourselves so we don't have to look at our poo-poo caca. So it's a big project. It's going to be cleaning up around the shop and cleaning this yard up and cleaning this laundry room and cleaning this house, or they put their own shit where it belongs. And we don't even stop to say, I know you're kind of slammed at work this week or last week or this season, right? To our significant others. But is there any way we could work on this project and kind of get this under control, right? We do not do that because we are totally devoted to me, myself, and I. We are selfish, self-seeking, and self-serving, and by George, large and in charge. That's how we can completely walk away from that poo-poo caca that we're feeling inside. And to keep us from exploding, this is just another way to keep us from exploding that energy onto that significant other, or onto the teenagers, or onto the 6-year-old or 5-year-old or 3-year-old, or just losing our doogies, is to distract ourselves with a big old project. Painting project. All of a sudden, just come home with a whole bunch of paint and we'll paint the whole damn house. Right? Another thing that we do is formulate our to-do list. Like, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, get your life together. If you're going to live here, get your shit together. Large and in charge. Another thing we do is busyness. We're so busy being busy, right? We dodge vulnerability in heart conversations. My lunch hour's over, but I'll come back. Okay, cool, baby. Thanks for stopping by. Dodge conversations that mean we must be vulnerable, mean we must take 97% responsibility for what's going on here. Dodging conversations where we have to be, must be, should be, want to be honest. We want to say something, we want to mean what we say, but we don't want to say it mean. How do you do that with no tools? Like, parents didn't teach us how to do this. We didn't learn it in college. We didn't learn it. So now we're over here on one end of the teaching stick, trying to gain control of our lives and not hurt people. And on the other end of the teaching stick, we do nothing. It's like doormat syndrome. Nothing, we're frozen. How do we get in the middle of the teaching stick and not do 60 where we're rageful and ugly, and not do 0 where we're a doormat and everybody's stepping on us? How do we do 20 and 30 and 40 and 50? How do we learn to have compassion? I'm gonna give you one nugget my coach gave me, and it stuck with me instantly. Not one that I had to, go back and repeat and write down, none of that. She said, and I heard it loud and clear, when you are connected to Source, and when you're connected to your soul, there is no way for you to say anything that's mean. No way. So when I was in this coaching call, he had done mean things, terribly mean things. Like, I don't know if I was her, if I could even forgive some of the things that he's done, right? But he also has tried to look at his part and why he repeats that pattern and what kinds of energy is enhancing the repetition of the pattern. And with that, there's her energy. Like if he says black and she wanted white, she has an insta blowfish swell up energy that causes him to go, what? What's wrong? And he steps right back into that people pleasing. We have to learn to let them experience their own energy and how ugly that is, that you think you can direct my life with your black thinking, or you think you can direct my life with your white thinking, and I'm just supposed to follow suit, right? A lot of times we do that in relationship. I hear this from an individual perspective, and I also have the program Couple Up or Uncouple, and I know that's kind of scary. Hey, but it's a 12-week program. This individual program is a 6-week program, 360 tap. But then a lot of people are stepping into working as couples in that second 6 weeks, and it's amazing how much information couples are missing. And it's a triangular conversation with me on the phone. The person doesn't talk to the other person, they talk to me. So the other person, the other couple is witnessing how they speak to me, how they truly do understand energy, how they took a time out and talked to Source and Soul and got epiphanies and clarities, where this other person doesn't even see them as spiritual at all. And this person sees them as spiritually arrogant. Like, you think you're all that in a bag of chips when it comes to spirituality, yet you're an asshat too. We can't do both. I remember a long time ago, one of my clients came to me and said, I am spiritual. And I can't stand that so much. Like, I don't think those two can go in the same sentence. And I actually said that to her. Okay, we got to back up here. I'm pretty sure those two can't cohabitate in the same sentence. And she heard me, like, how can you be spiritual and stand up on the edge of the table and say, fuck up? So we got to bring it back down. We got to look at our part. So that's what this is all about. So what I'll ask you to do today is a little bit of homework. And y'all, it's not shadow work, it's discovery. I am a perspective detective, and I want to teach you how to be a perspective detective where you can see other people's perspectives, where you can come up here at a 70,000 foot view and see things uniquely and differently and compassionately and lovingly, and see your part too. Nobody gets to blame or shame, and nobody carries the blame or the shame. I love that. So what I'll ask you, how do you distract yourself? In your homework after this live, just a little homework. How do you distract yourself when you feel disturbance? Last week I woke up on Tuesday with disturbance. And I just kind of sit quietly, and then, I write to God. I'm like, dear God, dear Sophia, what am I feeling here, and what's this all about? So the second question that you can do as far as perspective detective is, how do you avoid dealing with disappointment? Each of these two people that I'm working with right now are so disappointed in each other. They can't even believe they fracking married each other. Oh, and they're so hurt, and they're not hearing each other. They're just attacking each other. And how did they get in all these conundrums, and they can't get out, and they can't break old habits, and So how are you avoiding dealing with hard conversations? And what makes conversations hard? Write down some notes. I got some teachings on that, and I'll be back this week. We've got a series 1 through 5. I'll go live every day, today through Saturday. Drop the rock series. I'm even going to get my old rock out, and we'll drop it. You can't be swimming. You be dog paddling. You can't be swimming in life. You're just dog paddling when you're hanging onto those rocks. And remember with the teaching stick, get you a teaching stick. Over here you got rage, it's ugly. Nobody gets to see that but the people you love the most. And you got these little kids witnesses all that energy. And over here you got, on this end of the teaching stick, you got doormat. Ain't doing nothing, don't know what to do. God, it hurts, I'm miserable, blah, 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 blah. Get dressed, go to work, repeat, recycle, bye-bye. I'm here to say in the middle of the teaching stick, the opposite end of doing nothing and the opposite end of ugly is the art of asking questions, the art of getting in touch with source and soul, the art of listening all the way through and not even responding at that same sit down, like really taking it in and thinking about it. 2 or 3 days, say I'll be back. I'm gonna take this to source and soul, I'll be back. And just come back with beautiful questions where you're seeking to understand the person that you love so much. Yeah, it works. But it takes a lot of self-discipline. It takes little bitty tiny commitments and promises to yourself. And work on one thing at a time, right? But you create a space where your people can trust you again. Where your little daughter's not all like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? Don't tell me that energy isn't around her. You can't hide it. You can't hide it when you blow up like a blowfish. You don't even have to use words. They can tell. Woo! Woo! Dad's struggling. Mom's struggling. Oh, let's watch a movie. Let's read together. Let's color together to try to cover up that heavy energy that's in the home. I'm telling you right now, it is not divorce that ruins children's lives. It is the energy in the room before, during, and after. And we have the ability to clean that up. And that's so exciting. Oh, I love this. And I love you. And I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thanks for being here. Hello, Miss Tanya. I love that evaluation. Rainy can't see. Thanks, Rogo, for being on. Mwah! I love you guys. I want to say, everybody download See Body Soul Business app, right? Go to your favorite app store and download it. Yes, friend request me because I'm in there and a featured teacher among amazing featured teachers. And join us over there. Plus, if you want to email me, or you can go look at my website, kingconceptsnow.com. It says my app, and it kind of tells the story because privacy is big these days and massive businesses and people are getting online and getting on social media. And the new thing that is so exciting is to move into your very own app with your very own tribe, doing your very own teachings. And I want you to come over there and be with us. Whether you're a teacher or a devoted student, I'm always a devoted student, lifelong learner. There's an assortment of teachers and trainers and influencers there that are amazing. Done, I love it. I know, Tanya, I see you in there all the time. I'm so glad you're in there. It's the perfect place for you. I love you guys big, and I'll see you tomorrow. Big love. This is Theresa, signing off.